A man, Thomas McMeekin, has reconnected with his high school sweetheart, Nancy Gambell. Thomas and Nancy met 60 years ago and dated, but their relationship didn't work out back then. Today, Thomas, who is a doctor, proposed to Nancy in a very sweet way that brought her to tears when she said yes.
It brings me a smile on my face that makes my heart skip a beat. For the last 3 weeks, I have thought of you every day, every hour, and talked to you every night for hours. I have longed to see you again, hold you in my arms, and tell you how much you mean to me. My last weekend, I fulfilled those dreams and made them a reality as you brought me into your world with your friends, your home, your cooking, and your love. You are the most incredible person I have ever met. Your beauty, both inside and out, has always captivated me. Your kindness and compassion to those less fortunate, like Josh and Russell from the Green Hill Fire, have touched my heart and changed me in ways that are hard to describe. Similarly, your mind and sense of humor have me amazed and laughing nonstop. You are everything that I've ever wanted in a partner, lover, and friend. And so, Nancy Lynn Gambell, I come to you humbly today, June 30th, with a proposal. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, to cherish every moment we will have together, to make every day an exciting new adventure, and to grow old with you. I want to wake up in your arms every morning, to share our dreams and aspirations, to laugh and to cry, and support one another through thick and thin. I love you more than words can express, and more than you can ever comprehend. I want to spend the rest of my life proving that to you and making you the happiest woman in the world. Will you, Nancy, do me the honor of being my soulmate in life, my partner in every sense of the word, a beloved wife forever? Marry me. Oh, yes!
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
A man reconnected with his high school sweetheart years after they first met. Dr. Thomas McMeekin and Nancy Gambell fell in love over 60 years ago when they were teenagers. Their relationship didn't work out at the time. They broke up and lost touch before reconnecting last month. After reconnecting, Thomas and Nancy realized their feelings for each other were still going strong after all this time. Not wanting to pass up this chance, Thomas surprised Nancy with a sweet marriage proposal at the airport. The marriage proposal, which left Nancy in tears, was captured by one of Thomas' patients, Jojo, and shared on TikTok. The chain of events began when Nancy flew to see Thomas in person after they reconciled. The doctor waited nervously for Nancy to arrive at the airport. When she arrived at the Tampa airport, Thomas got down on one knee and proposed to her. He first greeted her with a big smile, gave her a bouquet of roses, kissed her tenderly, then took out a ring. Nancy was surprised to see Thomas kneel down. Thomas then serenaded his future wife before asking her to marry him. Nancy, who burst into tears as Thomas spoke, quickly said yes, which was followed by cheers from Thomas and applause from strangers who had stopped to watch. The happy couple then hugged. Thomas and Nancy met in high school in Quincy, California. The doctor confessed that Nancy was a beautiful cheerleader who he thought she would never want to date him. "We looked up to each other from afar," he said, remembering that Nancy was so pretty and everyone loved her. They went to different universities, but met during their studies. They dated, broke up, and lost touch over the years. They then led separate lives. Nancy married and had children, while Thomas did the same. They also thrived in their respective professions. And while Thomas settled in the Tampa Bay area, Nancy settled in California. For years, they lived their lives apart until they met again at the doctor's 60th high school reunion. He responded to the invitation, and Nancy told him she was looking forward to seeing him. The couple admit their relationship has gone by quickly, but they're convinced their real, solid bond is all they need. When the two reunited, they rekindled their love and started talking. Eventually, Thomas told Nancy they were meant for each other and sent her tickets to visit. It was when Nancy arrived that Thomas surprised her and asked her to marry him. Members of Thomas' team were at the airport when the doctor made his request. The doctor confessed that he had been dizzy, jumped around, and smiled all week before Nancy arrived. He's thankful to God he didn't wear makeup because he was crying while waiting for Nancy. and all that makeup would have run down his face. Now the doctor wants to move to California to live with Nancy until the end of their days. How did Thomas propose to Nancy? In the video shared on TikTok, Thomas, dressed in a suit, knelt on a cushion and read a paper while Nancy held his hands. "My dear Nancy, it's been 60 years since we first met, 56 years since we first dated, 10 years since I last saw you, and 20 days since we started this. You've always been the one I've had a crush on since your days as a cheerleader." Thomas told Nancy that he thought of her every day and that his heart now raced when he saw her. He called Nancy an incredible person, beautiful inside and out. Thomas said Nancy had a wit and sense of humor that amazed him and always made him laugh. The doctor then told Nancy that he wanted to grow old with her and wake up in her arms every day. He promised to make Nancy's days an adventure, to laugh and cry with her and to share her dreams. "Nancy, I humbly come to you today, June 30, with a proposal. I want to spend the rest of my life with you and cherish every moment we have together." The doctor confessed that words could not express how much he loved Nancy, but he promised to spend the rest of his life making her happy. Thomas made it clear that he would make sure they supported each other through thick and thin. He asked, "Nancy, will you do me the honor of being my soulmate in life, my partner in every way, my forever beloved wife? Will you marry me?" The TikTok creator who shared the proposal video, which now has over 2 million views, also shared a video of Thomas and Nancy posing together while holding a sign that reads, "She said yes." Thomas also gave Nancy a necklace with their 2 birthstones when he proposed to her. Thomas said he believed God played a role in them finding each other and finding love again. It had to happen. Thomas and Nancy can now spend their lives together after finding a new chance at love for each other 60 years after they first met.